pot on the fire, yeah.
It's your crocodile love.
I barely could concentrate. I feel a sugar rush in my vein. One cup, it does make my day. I'm missing it when I'm gonna love for you. Heat me up. Only you alone could put fire back in the soul. Heat me up. Girl, you are that thing I could never leave you alone. No. And no matter what they could say, I hold in your clothes. I could never let you go. Miss how she girl, I'm coming home, I will see you again. All day through the night, I'm dreaming. Yeah. Miss how she when you turn it up, make it smooth, my darling. When outside is pouring rain, put a pot on the fire. Bubbling, you're bubbling, you're bubbling, it's over. Raise the temperature higher. Coming in, you're coming in, you're coming in closer. Make the thing get your fire. It's all on the ground, all over the counter, yeah. With that pot on the fire, yeah.
It's your crocodile love.
Boy, when I'm feeling under the weather, you just make me feel sweet. Ice the cocoa tea, use the sugar, and together we are complete, darling. Heat me up. Only you alone could put fire back in the soul. Heat me up. And they telling me I should leave that fire alone. Well, the more they tell me, the more I hold in you close. I could never let you go. Miss how she Miss how she girl, I'm coming home, I will see you again. All day through the night, I'm dreaming. Yeah. Miss how she Miss how she when you turn it up, make it smooth, my darling. When outside is pouring rain, put a pot on the fire.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Love and blessings to everyone. We give thanks to the Almighty Creator for life and another day. We give Him all praise and we ask Him for guidance, for discernment, for direction, for the strength to follow His directives and to live life the way we are supposed to live life. This morning I want to start by asking those people who constantly logged on, who share the live, who have joined us on this little journey of speaking to each other, broadening our perspectives, considering wider concepts and topics, and working through so that we become more knowledgeable and stronger. Knowledge is power. That's the statement. And I say that, even in 2025, knowledge is still power. So let us become stronger by educating ourselves. Right? And I want to ask people on this journey this morning to feel free, right? This is a forum where I'm extremely patient as well. We just want to be respectful, of course. We have certain protocols that we have to follow. And if we are to arrive at a better consensus, at a consensus, we have to respect each other. My father, again, in his wisdom, always used to say to us, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you have to try to listen more than you speak. And in this responsibility that I have had to definitely listen continuously and thereby learn as well. I always say, good morning and thank you to all of the teachers, all of the teachers that have given me part of themselves, who have invested their spirit into what I have become and what others have become in Trinidad and Tobago in terms of knowledge and understanding as well, right? I have absolute and abounding respect for that responsibility of teacher, of parent, of guardian, that loved one who selflessly, right, is from a place of a lover, is a place of care, selflessly comes forward to make that effort to educate the next generation. You know, I want to really give thanks to them continuously. And well, they know me because a lot of my teachers before I still interact with, because that is love, you know, and respect. You know, not you just get and that is it. From, you know, from the start till the finish, we are loving and grateful to those people who showed us that level of love. I want to engage my callers and the people who listen early this morning. You all know the numbers, 3420081. I think the 4465391 as well. I'm not sure what the 7711791 is. 3420081, 4465391, 7711791. And we welcome people to the program. And if you are coming on, contribute a good word, contribute something, even if you have a different view. That's not a problem, but try and also back it up with thought, back it up with something beyond just sometimes emotion, because sometimes our emotions are misplaced as well, right? I'm more than willing to hear your argument, right? That's the maturity we have to have as Trinbagonians. You know, and I'm asking the question this morning because I've been asking some questions of us, and we should question. We should really think about things and question ourselves as well. You know, and I've been asking the question since yesterday, and even in my little daily life yesterday as I went about talking to people in communities, etc. Good morning to my brother, Light, right? Plenty names, Light I will call him. Who know him know, right? You know, ask yesterday, why these people so desirous of that responsibility, that difficult responsibility of leading Trinidad and Tobago. Why they want that so bad? Why do they scramble and argue and quarrel? We see they had some quarrels and stuff for the positions that are essential within governance. Why? The positions that, you know, you have the ability to decide how things are distributed. Why they want it so bad? You know, and for the people who are lifetime members of different organizations, for the people who are strong supporters to the extent that, you know, some of you all just disrespectful as well. You won't even hear out somebody else, you know, considering another view. I mean, answer it is incumbent upon you, as responsibility is with you to try and answer that question for yourself as well. For yourself. And you know, there's just one person yesterday who answered the question directly, and you know, his opinion was that in reference specifically to Dr. Rowley. You know, he love us now. You know, he love us, and that's why, you know, he wanted that responsibility, that power. You know, he love the people. Whew, that's interesting. And I think many people will, you know, want to challenge that in different ways. And maybe some of the indicators and the behaviors may not point to that, you know. But tell me, Trinidad and Tobago, think about it. You know, think about it. The lines open early this morning, you know, asking you all to explain to me, you know, to explain why all this money is going to be spent. It's being spent already. I was heading to my great auntie, Auntie B, yesterday in Santa Rosa. Good morning, Auntie B. Right, for those who are mistaken about my parentage to some extent, although I don't know to what level it really matters. Right, Trinidad and Tobago is so very, very small. I might be some of your family as well. Alright, so the Pantins, the Granados, the Telesfords, the Phillips, you know, all family. And I was heading to see my auntie B, and I see a big poster at La Hocketa. Yeah, look good. About how much of that poster, boy? I pop billboards already, right? So I could tell you about, well, to rent the billboard according to how much time, maybe 30,000 a month, right? The print and stuff maybe at 10,000, you know, thousands of dollars up. And they have other people there, because if you go southwards, you know, you see the Michaela Pandey poster up. You see Miss Gazelle Jackson as well has some billboards up. I taking the call. I feel we have an answer here. Let me see what's the answer here. Good morning, Mom. Morning.
Mr. Barker, good morning to you, my dear.
Good morning. You
make me start to laugh already.
You have an answer for me there?
Well, no, I heard you said something a while ago there. Hello?
Yeah, loud and clear, we hear you.
I heard you said something ago there, that you're being to different areas and speaking to the young ones. Is it that you're saying?
Yeah, no, not just young ones, you know, just interacting with the general public.
I mean, well, this is very good. This is very good, you understand? That is a good step to take, you know, going into different community and speaking to these young men out there. You know, try to bring ideas and let them know exactly if they're going on the right road or if they're going on the wrong road. This is very good of you because you're a wrong man also too, right? What you said, they saw some billboard where you putting up on too, because I know you love these things. You putting up a billboard too?
Yeah, I have absolute love for the people at Trinidad and Tobago. The economics is difficult, so I don't know if it will allow, because it's thousands and thousands of dollars to pop those billboards. You know that, right?
Of course I know that.
Yeah, and I really had too much 1% investors.
You could get you. Don't give me that, you know. You good, you know. I know you're very good, and I know you could get you, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know how well you know me. You say you know other people pretty well too.
Listen to me. You know me very good, you know. Just you don't know, you hear my voice on the radio, but you don't know it's me.
Right.
If I tell you, you know me very good, you know me very. You know Kizzy Mansigi also?
Yeah,
right.
I do.
So you're so good, I know you're right.
But listen to me though. I want to answer a little question for me. Why they want that power so bad?
Okay, me, I'm going to answer it. Why who won the power? Tell me who. So I could answer it.
Who does be spending all that money for elections and
Okay, listen.
fighting and quarreling? I hear they have a big bust up and thing. Go ahead.
Right? The PNN run election with a plan and manage the country with a plan, right? This is the reason why you're seeing good governance. You understand me? Re-elected over and over, right? That's number one. Mr. Barker is the opposition leader of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Who is the leader right now? Who is the opposition leader right now? Mr. Barker, I want you to answer me this, right? You hear me?
Yeah.
Because I see she's being absent right through. And where she's supposed to be going into Parliament and sit down together with the government to manage Trinidad and Tobago. I've not seen that. And she wants to lead the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. You know that thing is the better thing for her, to be honest with you?
Mm-hmm.
You see on the Eastern Main, you know where Angus Stewart building is? I think she might be proper wanted her to manage, because I am not seeing she's taking the interest of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Barker, let us be real. How many times you're not seen at all? You're not seen. Who is really helping her? Who really is the opposition leader? Who managing for the opposition right now, Mr. Barker?
Right.
I'm waiting to listen for you to tell you that.
So you could answer on both sides. Why do you think on the PNM side this Mr. Young wants to lead the people of Trinidad and Tobago?
I want to be realistic with you. Mr. Young ain't want to lead. Mr. Gibbon, Mr. Young, as when the Prime Minister, right, because you know he's going, right? Your constituency representative, you know he's going. And Mr. Young, they gave him that to run it. Mr. Barker,
so Mr. Young don't want it. He don't want it. Mr. Young doesn't want to be Prime Minister.
Stuart Young don't want it. He tell you that?
No, I'm asking you. You saying that it's not that he wants it.
That's what he's a very young man. Right? And listen to me. If we want to achieve for young people in Trinidad and Tobago, here we go. Mr. Young have not done nothing wrong for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Keith Christopher Robbie served his country for all these years. And the reason why he decided not to go, let me go and relax with my family. If you think about it, never really had, yes, I have a wife, I have family, you understand me? But I never really get the opportunity to sit down. They go to school. If I get the opportunity, I can say, well, help them with the homework and what not. No. Thank God for Sharon Rowe. We take a bow with Sharon again. You know what I'm telling you about?
Right.
So I am telling you, if Mr. Young, listen to me, he's a very young person. Let's give the opportunity for young people, Mr. Barker. It's like how you come down in the morning. I just said to you a while ago, you said you've been to different community and speaking to the young people out there. This is very good. You hear what I'm telling you about? When you get there, try to tell them, look, let's sit down. What you all really want? I think you're going on the wrong road. Let's try to go on the better road, right? I'll give some people else to give the opportunity to call you, right? Have a good one.
All right, no problem. I get a kind of answer there. The lines are open. I want to give people the opportunity. There are a lot of people who listen, who kind of new, who tune in on for the first time sometimes to radio continuously, but they're not accustomed to calling. Feel free to call and give your view. Let's try to understand together what is going on. Go ahead, caller.
Blessed morning, Fuad.
Yeah, morning, brother.
Give thanks to life, right and strength. Must say good morning to the boss, Mr. Neil Iwer George. He said for all the years, he's singing water song, he ain't seen no blessings. Right now, he have a song. You all this country going on, you need fire.
Well,
yeah, that was.
Yeah, I had a laugh with him as well. Fire does purify as well now. So sometimes when it gets so dirty, water alone doesn't work now. And it's really a blessing and a purification. And even the fire, when gold go through that fire, it come out beautiful and clean as well. Give me an idea now. Give me an idea why these people and them want this power so bad, boy. It's really responsibility, eh? It's something to run from, It's something real heavy.
If there's greed for the friends and family, you know,
Yeah.
and victimize the poor. But I hear mommy now talk there, but Churchung is a young thing in it. So why didn't Group 4 start comments? On one of them good leaders and them who was in the party there before Churchung no, who now come in the party there. What kind of conscience them is?
Yeah, that question is a good question for people to try to think about as well. But
Let
we
mommy,
are
let
we have to
mommy
think.
answer that question. Yeah, we had a thing. We had a group you and black brothers that's the doctor. You see no black leaders in the party, no black women in the party to group them man. Then they lead the party. We impression a race. But we know the PNM bills. I look to this man, man.
Yeah. Well, I don't know who could groom who, but it is some things that we need to put into this understanding of leadership that's essential. I'm gonna take the calls. Well, you feel free. Morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Abubakar.
Good morning, Chief. Blessed morning to you, man.
Same to you here, man, and you and your family.
Yeah, man.
Yes. The question you asked was, it was going good. I want you to keep off the road that the caller before was on, because we're trying to get some. You ask a pertinent question, and you see this shortcoming when you put forward stuff from him, which means that black people thing. So John is an Indian Chinese. I don't say Indian Chinese, I don't say Chinese Indian, because half time is Indian. Anyway, over that, I believe that it's not people running for, like, you also running into the race also, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you're going in it for greed or anything like that.
No.
Right, so
It is very possible that anybody who is looking at what is taking place might think, "Way boy, but look at what these fellas doing. Better I go and do the same thing too." But very, very careful. We have to be very careful to look at who is offering themselves, because it is an important responsibility. So I ain't doubting it are plenty people, and you all have to be careful. We all have to be careful. So go ahead.
That's really what it is a responsibility that
Yeah.
they take, is an oath that they take to serve Trinidad and Tobago and the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And that includes managing your economy properly.
Yeah.
And not just saying, well, look, my job is towards Trinidad and Tobago, manage my economy, make provision for people, make avenues now for people to do something. I will try to help who I could help, but I will make avenues for people to try to help themselves also. That is part of what the job you're undertaking, because I cannot see about everybody. I cannot give everybody what they want. As we said in the past, that if you run in your home, as I am running mine, and you cannot provide this child because of what the money that you have, the finances that you have, you cannot give them everything they want. What would you expect your child to fire you and get rid of you and stop calling you daddy, just because you cannot provide something that they feel that they want at the time that they want it?
Right.
So government, Dr. Rowley and the PNM, I should say, is a party that I will always support, because it's for the love of the country first, and then while you make the country stronger, then the people will get a better life. But you have to get the country stronger. And you see the honesty within the leadership and everybody, the truthfulness. Because people don't like to hear the truth. I don't say you say some people don't like to hear the truth. But people don't like to hear the truth either about that cannot give you what you want right away.
Yeah. So you think your opinion is that they are involved for the love of country?
Country, yeah.
Yeah, right. And
the people is part of the country. Yeah.
Of course. You gotta love people if you love the country, because the country is the composition of your people. That's what makes up your country. Yeah.
Yes.
I beg to differ a little bit. because I look very, very carefully, not at words now. You know, people that say love and thing, but I've realized in life that words are wind, and you don't speak about love now. You don't speak about care. You actually see it in the way that people act. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, and I have not seen in the way that people act, the way that they even speak to us, you know, some big words. There's a friend of mine, you know, a lawyer in Trinidad and Tobago, who really came up through difficult circumstances and a real nice individual. And he said, our leaders don't really need degrees and doctorates and stuff, you know, but they need the absolute important quality of compassion. And I don't get that compassion, Chief, in the way that they speak to us, in the way that they deal with us, and thus it kind of translates into the economics and the policies that affect us as well now. You know? So I don't just bandy about that word love and care now. I ain't so easy. I don't know how easy you is when it comes to them words, you know. When a man tell me, oh boy, you know, peace be unto you, I love you, my brother, thing, whatever, my spidey senses does raise one time. Sorry to say. You know what I mean, Chief?
Well, love is just not words, you know what I mean? And then it's what you put out is what you get, right? And I believe, as I tell you, I believe out as a caller yesterday tell you we have a two-party system here. And I told you that already, and you asked me how come. I said, well, I have to say it so because most of the time the other people, parties, the smaller parties, does go by the other party who trying to get into power, and they join with them in order to get rid of the ruling party, which is the PNM now, and then what? You get rid of them, and then what? You do like other people, and you take up a mic and shouting in a mic. You say they don't talk to people. I just see it on the other side. You take up a mic and shouting. You don't have a mic in your hand. What are you shouting for? You're shouting down at me. This one and asking some kind of questions and
yeah. Here was my problem.
It's about love.
Yeah, it's about love. And I say in Chief, it have, for example, too many stupsers now. Right now, that's why you could refer to them. Too many stupsers in the current scheme of things. Too many people who turn their face to the population and to the people, and they don't want to hear, and they don't, you know, and they even in the way that they articulate with those who represent us in terms of finding out information, etc. It have a kind of a high-handedness. It is as though they have forgotten that it is service now. It's not there. It's worse than KFC 15 minutes before they close. You know what I mean? It's not good at all. It not. Good morning and respect to all my KFC workers. Royal Castle, of course, Royal Castle, right? And everybody else in the fast food industry. But I hear what you're saying, you know, Chief.
Yeah. But as the other running up here, I hope it's the KFC because you're talking about another KFC that I know.
Blessings, man. Have a good morning.
Yes, brother. I'm telling people that even prayer without work is dead.
Yeah, even prayer without work is dead.
You sweat on your brow, you will eat bread. And I want people to understand that. Mr. Barker, I will tell you something.
100%.
I work from 6 in the evening till 9 in the morning on somebody's shift because I work a shift system.
Yeah, respect, brother.
Right? And when I finish 9 in the morning, I pick up my trowel. And from 10 until 7, I go and do my private job in order to reach and support my family, my wife, and my 2 daughters. And I ain't sit down and wait for nothing, because if you work as CPEP work or in the morning, I'm using CPEP because at time, when you finish work, you have enough time to do something for yourself, rather than sit down and wait on that money and say it ain't enough.
Yeah, respect,
Right?
brother.
Yeah.
Respect. I hear that. Respect.
Have a blessed day, sir.
You too, man. Yeah. So the calls coming in, and I'll take the calls. Respect to everybody. We had to be cautious with our discernment and our understanding of love. All right? We take any calls. Feel free. Good morning.
Hi, pleasant good morning. How are you going, man?
Yeah, pleasant good morning to you as well. Good, good. And you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just driving to work and listening to the station, and heard you were talking about love for country, persons in power and stuff, and how do you determine the love for the country and the spending of the amount of money that they spend and stuff.
Yeah.
I know I was thinking it's something that we can't get away from. It's always in front of us, and it relates to your dad again. And do you think that he loved Trinidad and Tobago?
Deeply. Deeply. He had a love for people that I think is almost unmatched. And people who know my father, like, actually took the time to know and even just think about his actions as well, would realize that. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you see what happened is that, and love is based on person's interpretation and person's knowing someone and stuff. And on the outside, a lot of people think and talk about the Prime Minister, that he loved the country because of the decisions that he made. And I always believe that Trinidad is a difficult place to manage, a difficult place to lead. And your father took action that he felt was in the best interest of persons. Some people may think that he was self-centered. He wanted power for himself based on the position that he took back then. And the decisions that he made would have cost our nation a lot of money, millions of money, based on the looting and the destruction of buildings and stuff. And it cannot compare to you are talking about persons in power putting up billboards that cost 50,000, know how much. Millions were lost based on your father's action, based on him loving Trinidad and Tobago, as you say. So sometimes we need to be careful how we brand people, how we brand the Prime Minister, how we brand our leaders when they're making decisions, because they may have information that we don't have and make decisions based on the information that they have. And it may not benefit each and every person in Trinidad and Tobago. But like I said when I started, I am going to work at this point in time. I am driving at this point in time. I do more than one job to make it. A lot of people want to sit back and get things easy. And if they're not getting things easy, the government don't like them, they don't like black people and whatever. We need to get away from those stupidness as far as I am concerned. And that's just my contribution to your conversation this morning.
Yeah, we having a conversation together, so I don't know if you could stay on, because I like to interact with people as well. Right? There is this concept that people bandy about in the society that people want things for free without work, and it is
Some people do, eh?
Yeah, no, it's not. I'm not saying it's not, but hear me out. It is predominantly aimed towards people on the lower level. And I'm saying to you, you're a man, and somebody else just called in and said they work from 6 p.m. to 9 a.m. because they work shift as well. Somewhat older in the society as well. And they also said that the CPAP workers who come out at 6 o'clock to work, and then sometimes I saw them on the highway yesterday at 11 o'clock in the blazing sun, cutting alongside Beatum, right? A type of job that is not conducive to work for the entire day. It's not even possible now, especially if you work in that environment, because you're outdoors doing physically tedious work, etc. Right?
Yeah.
We give those people on the lowest end for their work the least in the society. So about $700 a fortnight every 2 weeks. That's $1,400 a month. You know, just paltry, just ridiculously low for what they put out. In our society, let us be real, my brother. The people who get paid the least work the hardest in our society. I mean, there are exceptions.
I wouldn't say so. Because
brother, I am sure you're working real hard and you're not being remunerated.
Let me speak.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Let me speak for myself.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I left school not being able to read and write properly.
All right.
All right? And because of that, there are some jobs that I can get and there are some jobs that I cannot get.
Okay.
All right? I do landscaping, I do cutting grass. Since I was 19 years, I doing that.
Nice.
Sometimes I go cut grass before I go to work. By 6, 7 o'clock, change my clothes and in the office working. And I'll share my life. I do security work also. So security work, cutting grass. It's not it too bad. It's not it too affluent job. But in the beginning, I did not put out the work to be able to get the affluent job. There are people who study. There are people who went to university. The Prime Minister himself would have educated himself to be able to get the job. And then because of his remuneration, people want to pull him down for that. It's wrong. If people study, if people do the work, if people go to university, instead of fetting, instead of liming, instead of partying every weekend, drinking, they burst books, they studied, they educated themselves. Why persons who did not do that will want to stand on the line and determine how much money they get?
Yeah, that's a concept as well. That's weird.
If I am doing a work for somebody, I hate to tell persons you're charging me too much or whatever. I don't know what you put out to do that work. I did some tiling home by me recently for myself, and it was tough.
Yeah.
So now I realize and I get to understand somebody who is doing tiling or doing a particular work, when they charge you or they give you a price, it's because of the work that goes into it.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, sometimes we sit back and we blame people.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can't get into too much depth in terms of my work and whatever, but I sacrifice.
Yeah.
I sacrifice in doing 2 jobs.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even go into what I earn, what I get now, but it's really good because I sacrifice. I'm in positions in my work that I don't even deserve to be in because I do not have the qualifications. But dedication, commitment, and drive has shown me straight up the ladder on my job. I'm in management on my job. Leaving school, not able to read and write properly.
Excellent, brother.
So we need to stop blaming people because we did not put in the work or because our circumstances might not be as good as other people's circumstances. We want to pull them down.
Yeah, I don't think that is the case. I don't think that is the case. I think you need to listen very carefully to what we're saying. Even the concept.
But let me close off. No, but I'm saying one person calling every single day. People talk about the Prime Minister, the ministers, what they're getting, and people suffering and their advantages. Some of them sacrifice a lot. Some of them would have been making more money if they were in the private sector. But they choose to serve, and we do not respect them, and that's why it's difficult to get good people to lead. And we brand people as thieves, as robbers, because they choose to go into politics. Not everybody in politics is thief and robbers. But we brand everybody, and we as a nation can't go anywhere if we continue doing that. Jamaicans will never treat their people and their leaders like that. Trinidadians are basically probably the only people who pull down ourselves, who mess up ourselves in public. Around the world, we pull down ourselves. When we gonna grow up?
No problem.
I totally believe I do not know how people survive. I do not know how CPF people survive. Yeah. I don't know how some security officers survive based on the salary. I do not know. Some of them have 5, 6 children, how to pay rent, how to see what the children. It's tough. I understand that it's tough. But you do not pull down other people because your circumstances is tough. Yeah. How do you get out of your circumstances? What are you doing to get out of your circumstances?
Caller.
I'm holding on the block.
No, but we're not talking about people who linemen all day on the block. We're actually talking about people who work in.
There are people who linemen all over the block and right on the block. They call on the station.
But we're not talking about those people.
But we have to talk about them because they are the ones who sometimes call in and make contributions.
Right.
And they are the ones who sometimes call in and pull down people who are working hard.
Right, okay.
So we have to speak about everybody. I mean, I'm kind of passionate about it because from time to time I listen to the station and I think that we as Trinidadians, we need to wake up. We need to band together and decide how we're going to move forward as a nation and stop pulling down our nation. There are a lot of good things in Trinidad and Tobago, but all we concentrate about is the negative, and politics is killing the nation.
Yeah, man.
Guys, I almost over, but thanks for your time.
No problem at all.
Yeah, later.
Yeah, thank you very much, caller. We just have a minute before the break, so I see the line still up and running. We'll take the break and then we'll come back in and I'll give other people the opportunity to express their views. Some real interesting concepts there put forward by the caller. There is this concept that people have that if you go through schooling and you have some type of academic ability and qualification, etc., your remuneration should be, more than other people who work physically. That is a concept that we have been given. I don't know if we want to continue with that concept, how we appreciate other people's work, because we need a diverse range of workers within the society. So the society says to us that there are lower jobs and there are higher jobs. And the disparity, the difference in remuneration and payment is vast. So we have a lot of offload from those comments made by the caller. And he's somebody who actually lives it. He works both sides of the sphere. And it's really interesting because on one hand, he's saying that it's not the right thing, but then on the next hand, he's saying it is. It's weird. So we'll take the break and we'll come back in. All right, blessings to everybody.
Business owners, are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232 or 378-1470.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Are you ready for a musical journey? I love Choca! Retro on Saturday, 15th February, Center of Excellence Car Park. Come here, the biggest artists from then to now, featuring Viking Ding Dong, Young Brother, Trooper T, Lady Lava, RG Band, Rave the Band, Eddie Charles with Traffic, Savita Singh, Shiv Shakti Dance Company, Joshua Regrello, Iowa George, Big Rich, Vicky Jai, Sunil Ramsundar, Devanan Gatu, Rauti Ramru, Master Salim, Super Blue, and many more. Tickets only $200. VIP all-inclusive $500. Get them at all Extra Foods outlets, Ramsing's, Factory, Heartland Plaza. Online at islandetickets.com. Bring your coolers. For more info, call 498-1698. The biggest chutney and soca stars in the world will combine on Saturday, 15th February. I love Choca!
Tuco presents the Kaiso Dynasty, a new global experience of Calypso music. Radisson Hotel, Wrightson Road, with a dynamic collection of stars featuring Aaron Duncan, Akeisha Fanis, Young Brother, Brother Mudada, Black Sage, Brother Valentino, Brother Musa, Chuck Gordon, Calypso Cook, Dwayne O'Connor, Derek Seals, Lala, Lady Aisha, MCs Errol Fabian, Alan the Entertainer, and Pell. Backed by Kern Somerville and the Sensational Band. Chorus by the Kaiso Dynasty Divas. Opening night, Thursday, 13 February. Showtime, 8 p.m. Tickets, $200. 2 for 1 special, $300, and $350 special reserve. Tickets available on islandetickets.com, Tuco's head office in Woodbrook, and at the Radisson box office. Purchase your tickets at Crosby St. James, Simon's Musical Supplies, WAC Radio, Tuco's head office, all Tuco zonal zones, and selected Better Deal supermarkets. The Kaiso Dynasty, formerly Kaiso House, presented by Tuco. The Kaiso Dynasty, the new global experience where Calypso and culture come alive.
The Army Fest, Operation Flag Fest, Friday 21st February, live from the headquarters of SOCA, Queens Park, Savannah. Welcomes Miguel Tasia.
Everybody charge up, we going high up, full of energy, energy.
Miguel Tasia.
Let me jump up in the power.
Army Fest, Operation Flag Fest. Welcomes Miguel Tasia. Tickets available now, exclusively at advertised outlets only. Log on to social media for more info. Keywords, the real Army Vet.
The judges are coming. Yes, the judges are coming. The judges are coming to Tuco Magnificent Glow Tent on Monday, 10th February. On Monday, 10th February, we head to Big Dog Sports Bar and Lounge from 8 p.m. Come out to see Tobago's Calypsonians vie for a chance to qualify for the national semifinals at Skinner Park. Come out, bring your mommy, bring your tanty, bring your uncle, your nanan, their whole posse. Admission only $50. Remember the date, February 10th, Big Dog Sports Bar and Lounge. It will be excitement for so. Miss this? You matter what.
On Saturday, February 22nd at 2 p.m. comes an annual event that changes the carnival landscape in Trinidad and Tobago. San Fernando, prepare for the grandest Calypso event in the world. At Skinner Park in San Fernando, we will ring the Calypso bell as Tuco presents Calypso Globalization in 2025. The year of Calypso. 40 talented contestants from across the country are ready to battle it out in an electrifying competition. Who will rise to the challenge and advance to the finals? Join us in this thrilling journey as we witness unforgettable performances, hear captivating stories, and feel the rhythm of Calypso come alive. Mark your calendars. Tuco presents Calypso Globalization 2025, Skinner Park, San Fernando. Saturday, February 22nd from 2 p.m. Tickets available at Simon's Musical Supply, off the lease by the park, Sion's Bar, WAC Radio, Michelle's in Arriba, Better Deal Supermarket, Tuco's head office, Rosalino Street in Woodbrook, and all Tuco zonal offices. For more information, call 623-9660 or online at islandetickets.com, suntix.com, and calypsofiesta.com. This is Calypso Fiesta. Let the world hear our voice. It's time to celebrate Calypso music together.
TNT, it's that time again for the most anticipated event in Carnival, Ladies Night Out. Super Concert 2025, Saturday 15 February at the magnificent Napa in Port of Spain. Showtime 7 p.m. with the biggest global soca stars, Lyrical, Soca Princess Nyla Blackman, IWER George, Ola Tunji, GBN Neutron. The young man of the moment.
What are you doing?
Young Brother. Full blown.
Lucky for you, my friend. I ain't a good
The iconic living legend, Lord Nelson. Farmer Nappy from Barbados, Rupee, Lady Lava, Pan superstar Joshua Rogrello, Tizay O'Connor, with many more superstars, hosted by the hilarious Simi the Trini. Get your tickets now at advertised outlets only. For more information, call 774-5555. Ladies, it's your night out with free drinks. Saturday, 15th February.
TTMF and HMB have joined forces to offer you greater mortgage, financing, and investment advantages under one roof. Welcome to TTMB, the new Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Bank. Call 625-8863 or visit ttmortgagebank.com to learn more. TTMB, the Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Bank. Own your future.
Are you searching for the perfect venue for your wedding reception, company retreat, graduation celebration, or just an unforgettable party? Well, look no further. Vibes Event Space is ready to bring your event to life. Located at number 15 Mount Pleasant Boulevard, Bonaccord, Tobago. Our space offers the perfect settings for any occasion. Call us today at 394-3612 or 620-3057 to book your date. And don't forget to follow us on social media at Vibes Event Space to see what we're all about. Make your next event one to remember at Vibes the Event Space. The Event Space.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we heading to the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle local flavor is always part of the carnival.
Carnival Friday, February 28th.
Trinidad, let's do it.
Welcome to History in the Making. Together we celebrate, united as one, the music of one Caribbean.
We got the entire Caribbean.
One Caribbean Music Festival. One Caribbean Music Festival. Friday, February 28th, featuring one teacher.
This is a Caribbean effort.
And over 15 artists from around the Caribbean. All coming to shake the world. Get your tickets at islandetickets.com or call 868-794-OCMF for more info. That's 868-794-6263. Friday, February 28th. One Caribbean Music Festival.
Greatest show.
Blessings and good morning to everyone again. As I was just saying, there are so many questions that we have in our minds. Sometimes we are genuinely confused. We genuinely passionate about some things, but we don't understand properly. And I wanted to just unpack a little bit some of what was put forward by the last caller, you know. Respect, brother. Total respect to you coming up, you know. We take your word for what you're saying in a position where you didn't learn to read and write properly in school. But you were able to still work hard, right? What we call working hard now, you know, in terms of like, you know, physically challenging work, and also a lot of work, you said, you know. My life giving a little trouble. Yeah, just 2 seconds and I'll take the calls. I see a lot of people calling in. I don't know what's going on with my live over there. But yeah. And he said that, you know, he worked security, he worked cutting grass. And sometimes when we sacrifice and we work really hard and we believe we have moved forward and progressed into a position where because he said he's a manager now, respect, and don't feel like you don't deserve it because at whatever point you were not able to come out of school with read and write. That's also a concept that is pushed on us in the society. If you're able to function and fulfill the responsibility and the duties of your job that you now have, and you doing it with your diligence, like you say, yeah, man, just putting that effort, then don't feel that you don't deserve it. Don't feel like you don't deserve it. Don't bring yourself, you know, down at all. You do deserve it. And you are doing that job that you're supposed to be doing. I don't know what's going on with my light. So respect to you. But then we have to accept certain things for them to continue. And unfortunately, I am saying unfortunately, we accept in this society that certain jobs are less than other jobs. And then the same caller say, well, he do tiling himself, and then he realize why tilemen does ask for the pay that they ask for, because of how challenging and skillfully work is now. So it's confusing sometimes. It's kind of confusing what is being said. And I understand the confusion, and we're going to try to get through the confusion. I don't want to not take the calls, so I'll give people a little opportunity same time, right? Go ahead, caller.
Love in the house.
Love in the house. Go ahead.
Yeah, my brother, blessed. Love in the house, Trinidad and Tobago, and the rest of the listening world. You want to say now? It's a thing, a real question I have to ask you, but here I telling you and find more wicked than what Dr. Rowley doing. You see the people who does say they don't depend on the government for nothing, and they just make it work, and we like to depend on the government. Okay, I understand you don't depend on the government for nothing. But why are you obstructing the people who depend on the government? You have to know when the government come in power before they do that. They come and offer people all kind of promises, all kind of things with the government was sitting in doing. Them come and say they will do it for you. Not with them money, you know. Them come and say they will do this for you. We promise you this. Because, hey, they must depending on we at that moment, you know.
Yeah. One thing, no, caller.
Depending on we to get a work at that moment, you know.
But caller,
they come there with a bag of money, you know.
But caller,
and they come to do better than the government where they at the moment.
Yeah.
To make things work for we, to provide opportunities for the children. And hear these words come out of Dr. Rowley's mouth. He come to bring some sanity to the people, but it's more insane he bring people. So though when you come in, you don't want no part of nothing from the government, but you're happy in them. But you don't want nothing from the government. But you see the people who want and who need, you call and need to obstruct them and make sure they ain't got nothing. You more wicked than Dr. Rowley, right? So I just see this.
Yeah, but who doesn't depend on the government in Trinidad and Tobago? Who doesn't depend on the government? I hear that statement. But everybody in Trinidad and Tobago, because our base of our society is oil and gas, and the public sector is so large, and the government determines certain essential directives in our society, everybody has a interdependence on the government, on our country.
Well, but listen to what I say. Well,
but they don't say nobody should depend, but... Yeah.
People will be hearing people saying the wrong things.
Yeah.
And leaving it. Because you can't tell me to depend on the government to get good schooling for my children, to get money, because look at it, 1.4 million people here. $500 billion, more than $500 billion than spent in 10 years. And you saying don't depend on the government, I mean come there with our money better.
Yeah.
I mean come there with our money if you do want. To obstruct the people who want. I see that as wickedness. You're more wicked than Satan.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the contribution.
Satan and who, even self, people toiling to make ends meet, boy, why you feel they're surviving, why you feel they can still butter 2 slices of bread and send the children to school because they're still trying to do something until better could be done. But we're $500 billion going in rich people. And what's now these people is people who hear this man telling you, no money for the poor, you know. His policy is to make the rich richer, you know. And these people is only poor people and they're supporting this man, boy. This kind of wicked accolade, boy. What kind of wicked accolade, only walking on only hair or something, huh?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Listening to we, boy, you hear the man who come and beg we to control we money, he gonna make real opportunities, he will set up opportunities for the children and better future for the children. The same man who we depending on, for he promise we make, you tell me don't do that. If you didn't depend on the man, didn't make, you go so, come off the radio, you come and obstruct people with all your wicked heart, boy. That wickedness. Because if I don't want something, I wouldn't make sure somebody else engage, and I will never do that. You see, the person who depending on it is up to you, but I might help you get. Not that doing my best to let everything go which part. These people in I know use some money again, they are more than too much.
Yeah.
And you seeing people taking away everything what you have and all. And you still saying lady people are going good. But they come off the radio and all, they're setting up late in the night to get up early in the morning. They come and transmit them kind of thing to the nation, you know, and to the youths and them who looking for help and looking for support, you know. They coming out of school with all kind of passes and all kind of thing and nowhere to go. Well, they ain't saying now.
Thank you very much,
right
caller.
Before 5 years, 10 years ago, with Kamala Prasad Bisesa, but people was happy. We had purchasing power. You not to do nothing here. Didn't have this was going on. Nobody wasn't. It's them come with the lies. And he's saying he will bring back some sanity to the children in Trinidad and Tobago. And it's more insane you send people by.
Yeah.
Well, let's stay off the radio by. And let's be calling and all they are posing Mr. Baka here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, brother. Right? I get
yeah,
man. Bless. I want to address something, but I'll still take the calls first, right? Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Morning. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, man. Peace be unto you.
Yeah, brother. Everything is well. Sometimes I might be song as a pessimist, right? But I want to ask the question. We want to look for answers of how we could fix the country and why people are doing things. But okay, I agree with the caller yesterday where let's come out with something new. The young people, my children, are the ones to follow. Your children are the ones who is the future. But okay, how do we deal with the problem where, now not saying problem, how do you deal with the mindset that, okay, a third idea comes out because we have the PNM and the UNC, two dominant factors. But okay, when the new picture comes in the field, only PNM could save the country. PNM did this, PNM give we that, PNM give we that in 1956 and this and that. Then now, another one will say, I just want to be in charge, we just want to get rid of the PNM. And the list goes on. How do we deal with the mindset? Because you have from elders, the youths, everybody's coming on the radio, on the papers and everything, and all the different forms of media, supporting their agenda. They only believe this one could do and that one could. But you have now something new. How do we change the mindset? To say, okay, let's try this because we are looking for the future. You are seeing in front of us, we have our youths. Let us be self-centered first and foremost. Let me do it my house first. I have my house to project forward 20, 30 years from now. Let's lay a foundation. Mm-hmm. How do we change that mindset? Because at the end of the day, you come out with an idea and they are still beating it down. That's just my point. I might sound pessimistic, but that's how I see it. Sometimes I just lose faith in it. In the system, sometimes I say, well, God, what are doing we? But as a believing Muslim, I'm not supposed to think like that. And I try my best not to go down that road. Yeah. So I would say that, how do we do? That's just my little take on it.
Yeah, thank you. So, man to man, boy. Man to man is unjust. Is man to man unjust, boy? Man to man is the problem. The way we deal with each other. That's the problem.
Exactly.
All right, thanks.
Okay. Well, I'd send something on your Instagram, a message, so you could, when you get a chance, you can follow up, and I left my number there.
Hello, good morning.
Will do.
Good morning.
Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning to you, Mr. Baka.
Yeah,
listen, I wanted to let Love in the House know, right? It's not the matter of fact that the right-thinking people, it's not the reason that they don't want certain things for the country. Everybody wants the best for this country. But the fact is, the UNC record. All right-thinking people who know the UNC record. They are the only viable party right now in opposition to run the country. We know for a fact a lot of thieving took place. We all who know skullduggery take place, racketeering in terms of money hiding here and cost overruns and kickbacks and all these things was rampant. No, I am saying, I am all too, I wish we had a new entity and we had a fresh party. We have a young people in the country, bright minds like yourself, you understand, and people who, could make a change. I want a change, but the UNC is definitely not the change. I'm sorry, Mr. Love Videos, all what you're saying, we cannot afford to put the country in the state as it was before. At this point in time, when oil is at its price, we cannot afford to take the country back and send it to the IMF. You understand? And all those who think it like you.
But we're not in the IMF right now?
If we're in the IMF right now?
Yeah, asking.
Are we in the IMF right now, Mr. Baka?
Well, I'm asking you because...
No, we're not.
Hear me carefully, yeah? I am very, very fair. It feels that way. It feels that way for a long while. You understand what I'm saying though, right? You understand?
Yes, I understand what you're saying. It's true because the price of things, everything gone up. And I mean,
tax on tax.
The whole adage says, nothing stays the same. The price of progress is very high. And listen.
So why the progress can't be going down? Why can't it be getting better? And for a matter of fact, here the next problem, caller. The next problem is that when they say we're going till this point and things will become better, that point coming and then they say, nah boy, hard luck. This point, 2027. And then when we reach 2027, what we really supposed to believe that? And at the same time, caller, at the exact same time, simultaneously, you raising your pay. I mean, it's just like a slap in the face now.
Well, I always I always say that I wasn't in agreement with that at this time. But for whatever reason, because do if you do if you're damn. Because again, you had the situation where you had people in the judiciary saying that they might take the Prime Minister to court, and then it's going to have a rippling effect down to the taxpayers again, right? But what I'm saying is this, right? We know for a fact, just as it is with numerous countries all over the world, and I don't want to put COVID at the front of everything, but with the advent of COVID, industries closed down, the airlines that closed down, the big corporations, a lot of people got hit. Unfortunately, we had a hard heart. They would say that, well, we received money from the US and whatnot. But if, in leaving, if they check the amount of money, and I wouldn't have to do the homework, if they check the amount of money, how much billion it is per year to run this country, for taxpayer, for people, for the social services to continue, and for all the various things and the grants and everything to take place, with oil being as it is, right? Not at how it was 15 years ago, at how it is right now. We have to. I mean, come on, people. We have to take. Must be stringent measures taken place. I'm not saying it's in the best interest because I feel it and all on the pump. You understand? But again, I want to thank you for this time, and I just want to let Love in the House know. Right? Let them formulate, put their strength to get people, form people, the 5 dissidents, agree with them, and get these people and them who we all don't trust to get back in this, to get them in this purpose. Thank you very much, sir. You are doing a very good job.
Yeah, man, no problem, call out. Blessings. Go ahead, brother. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, morning. Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear.
Hello?
Loud and clear, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, sir, good morning. Hello?
Yeah, we hearing you loud and clear. Make a contribution, go ahead.
All right, okay. I want to respond to a caller in the program. I hear some kind of information coming across the area. It is not fair to the country right now for him not to even remember the issues of the past 9 years in this country, to compare it alongside the opposition force with 19 seats in the country. All the opposition came down, all was alleged corruption by the PNM. I hope I am coming through on this frequency loud and clear. Brother man, leave love in the house. And I find you all are not forgiven for no other politician. Remember in 86 what happened in Trinidad here? The PNM stole out everything and we forgive them and put them back. The opposition was removed by allegation coming from Dr. Rowley, yet to be proven to be truth. I heard you saying some of the same things that were on the campaign trail, so you have nothing new to add to the bargaining table for us to continue with Dr. Rowley and the PNM. So my brother, let good sense prevail in politics in Trinidad and Tobago and wait and let the people make a decision who they want to run this country right now. But we're going to make sure and put it on the table. This tenure of Dr. Rowley, we cannot continue with it. Don't care how much corruption you talk about from before. This is the worst. I over 60. Take it from me. I gone. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
Fine. Yeah. Thank you very much. Kola, go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
Good morning, brother Baka, and to your listeners. You know, I was just listening here, but I had to call let me address the fella who responded to Love in the House. Now, I share some of the sentiments that he shared, which is that the UNC is totally an unhealthy choice under the leadership of Ms. Prasad Bisasa, because some of the actions while they were in government, there is no excuse for it. However, we have seen that some of the actions of Dr. Rowley and the PNM are also unhealthy for this country at this time, right? And when are we supposed to have the conversation? Because he said he too wants a fresh party. So when are we going to really have that conversation and put aside your like for this party or that party and really like Trinidad and Tobago? Because as you clearly outlined, how can Dr. Rowley justify his accepting that ridiculous proposal from the SRC, especially in light of what his ministers were saying? And so what if persons from the judiciary want to take the Prime Minister to court? Since when Dr. Rowley and them are afraid of the court? We spent millions of dollars taking the matter that the Auditor General won straight to the Privy Council. And you know what's the funny thing about it? We have hosts on the program, right, that not stopping people when they come with ridiculous information, like people talking about the salary of Mr. Ansel Roger. No host ain't stop them yet and say, where you get that information? Can you provide me with it? We have hosts come in and say, the Auditor General take the matter straight to the Privy Council. That is not the case. It's the state that went straight to the Privy Council and still lost the matter. And even when they lost the matter, right, with the suggestion of if all you really want this thing to appear, like all you really seeking the truth, investigate the both parties involved. How is that so challenging to understand? The right thinking persons are not saying that money is missing. You know, what we are saying is if this challenge that we have here, in order to get to the bottom of it and get what the information that we need, investigate the both parties. But no, because the government has lost the matter, it is now a non-issue to the supporters of the PNM. No longer are they interested in what took place there. And that is what we have to deal with on both sides of the fence. Yeah. Regardless of what your party do, we just accept it and move on. Yeah, that is ridiculousness.
Yeah, we really need to we really need to love our country, and that's why I say we also need to love ourselves before we love these ideas that they put in our brain about our concepts. Again, our concepts of politics are not grounded in what is sensible. You know, it is grounded in division, race, ignorance, and that is what beyond so many other things, that is what's hampering our forward progression as a people. And that is what people thrive on. The people who are really benefiting from Trinidad and Tobago, who really doing the plundering, they thrive on the ignorance of the people.
And you know, people conveniently leaving out certain details. The first offer by the SRC, I'm coming first. Yes, the first offer by the SRC, right? The Prime Minister was supposed to receive a 30-something% increase, right? And that is in the face of Mr. Imbert laughing while removing the subsidy from gas and making a statement, well, they ain't right yet, so a couple months later, I might just raise it again, right? In the face of all that, you send back the SRC because people from the judiciary said they would take you to court. But when the SRC offer came back, yours went up by more than 10% again, Dr. Rowley. And it is in the time when you're asking persons to do more with less.
Yeah. Thank you, Colin.
So where is the example by leading? Where is it leading by example? Sorry.
Yeah.
Fuad, it's not easy. It's not easy. That's why I just can't vote for these two parties. Yeah. If it have somebody else who coming up in the constituency who representing us from the area we're living in, I have no problem with that. And then too, we keep burdening MPs by giving them just ad hocly giving out ministerial position, giving out. So Shamfa know nothing about sport, make her the minister of sport. You understand? The minister of finance, and the list is long. The list is long about as it relates to things we're doing in this country that not working for us. Yeah. But once it's under the government that you support, we have no problem with it. Right. When we go in and start to talk about them things, let an MP be an MP and be an MP, and that is it.
Yeah.
If the remuneration is not sufficient for you, come out of politics. Yeah. Because they like to make this excuse. If they're in private, you remove for more. Then so be it. Because we want people in public life having character.
And who care about the public? That's essential. It is not. It is a sacrifice. The remuneration is still 10 times what average people sometimes work for. If you're just a minister, maybe 5 or 7 times the amount. But it is because this responsibility is one that is for love and care of people. And if that is not what you are about, then this is not a feeding at the trough. Right? So thank you very much. Let me give the other lines hot. Respect. Yeah, sorry if you don't get through. The lines are hot, right? Go ahead, caller.
Mr. Bakker, good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning.
This is PH here. Now, we have to be true. This administration for the past 10 years has been the worst administration under the TNM. We all know that the TNM have been the worst government ever to run Trinidad and Tobago, and there's no denying it. Right? History will tell you that. You can ask anybody on the road, on the street, who wants to be honest. Under the tenure of Mrs. B. Sessa, people saw the way much better. Under this administration, you have ministers, like the Minister of Finance, laughing at you, calling you stupid, all kind of different things. You can imagine in a real first world country, the Minister of Finance sitting on a stage, crossing his leg and bawling, I raised gas once, twice, and then right yet and laugh. He would have been out the door. You have, oh gosh, all your new superhero. All he needs is a red jockey short and a red cape, and he gonna be the next Superman, Stuart Young, coming and telling a former prime minister, opposition leader, that hey, only going, look, she's going in the toilet to Zami. What kind of individual this is? What kind of, and you want this man to be the next prime minister of Trinidad and Tobago?
Yeah.
And Dr. Rowley, in his capacity as prime minister, condoning all of that, has Dr. Rowley ever come out and publicly criticized Stuart Young for those comments?
Yeah.
You remember when the divers, when Stuart Young and other officials from Paria was addressing the family of the divers while they were trapped in the pipe. I wonder if Trinidad and Tobago saw the video where all of them were just laughing, right?
Yeah, thank you. We get the point about the insensitivity.
You know,
I want
so
to get back to
again,
some issues that
yeah,
people.
all right, no problem.
But
no
thanks.
problem.
I get your point about the insensitivity sometimes, right?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't want to miss the opportunity to just speak about some fundamental concepts one of the callers raised, right? But I'll take this call. You were trying to come in for a while. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning, Fuad Abubakar.
Good morning. And I want to discuss a topic, so I've given you the opportunity because you was calling, but not too long, please. All right? Go ahead.
Oh, okay. You see, I mean, when I listen to Chris, your caller just now,
right,
sometimes it give you such a headache with the kind of thing he does be talking. But anyway, that's he right? He's free to spew wherever he want to spew.
All right, but let's be fair. There have been insensitive statements.
I'm moving on.
Yeah.
I'm moving on.
Go ahead.
Yesterday, a teacher, a music teacher from one of the secondary schools called me.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, go and listen to the program. I listened, and I told you, you send mixed messages. And what you said, I want to find out, how could that be a mama guy when the Minister of Culture and Beverly Ramsey Moore, President of Trinidad, takes a picture with the students who won the panorama? How is that a mama guy? That teacher was so upset. She said, Lord Jesus, she said, I hope these students don't hear what you said. She said, because they will look to say, oh, the mama guy, I'm playing no pan again. I want to tell you, the message you're sending to the students. Have a good morning.
Yes, go far sometimes, caller. Ooh, yes, go very, very far. But I understand you as well. All right? Yes, so I wanted to get to the topic, right, that has been raised by one of the callers. But I also am out of respect, still giving the opportunity to the callers. There's all your program too, and President, you've been trying to get in, right? And I don't think you got back in yesterday. Give me it short and sweet, President. Morning.
Wow, you really have to be short and sweet. I think I will just start it. Good morning, President. Good morning, Abu.
Morning,
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I still sit down here so long waiting to answer the question why politicians need to lead so much and to govern.
Why they want it so bad?
Yeah, because the fact remains, sometimes I want to be short, but at the same time, you see the survival nature in we as a people, as we as a human being, is either one way. It's either you want to be dominant or you want to have this dominance over the human existence or you want to have dominion over the situation that we exist in through and for existence. You see, that is a nice piece of conversation. And it is end up reaching that who really going to be eventually governing, a greedy man or a contented one? That's where it's coming down to. And all the talk that I'm hearing all the while for this morning while I can't get in is who tells who to be greedy and, who tells who to be contented to? Because in our politics, it is two different sides. Both of them greedy where it's concerned. Because both of them went inside already, both whoever inside, all of them, both of them playing a greediness. I'm not playing no game for no UNC or no PLM. Because I am a serious opposition in this country recognizing for 70 years the situation of our government. And if we as a people, we as the slaves can get up and come out and decide to follow our organization after coming out of slavery and deal with the matter aside from the colonial people who have governing us, then we will be continually doing nothing. And I think that as short as I want to put it this morning, that we still have to form an organization to handle our affairs. And that is as short as I could put it this morning, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And,
short
and Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you.
Short and sweet.
Yes, I did it well the best I could.
Yeah, we're not going to get tied up in the PNM UNC thing. We understand the nature of the politics in Trinidad. We understand the divide and rule that we are faced with. We understand the big party politics who have been grounded and been able to be in office and who are based in certain ethnic backgrounds, etc. But we reject the negativity that exists within that. And we're looking for a better way. Generally, we are looking for a better way. We're looking to understand the concepts of our society, what we deserve. That's an important thing, Let us understand what we deserve as a people. Let us understand that it is not only people who achieve some type of academic scholarship who deserve proper living wages, that decency of life. And if those at the top, in terms of what they earn, have to cut back a little bit so that those at the bottom who working, and we're not talking about people who not working, we're trying to get as much people as possible into work. And once they are in work, we're trying to give them living wages that they can live a decent life. It cannot be that we are working and scraping to survive. That is what we're saying. Let us understand it very, very clearly. And the structure of our society is established by these people who are in authority, who take on the responsibility to manage our society and our resources. It is ignorant to say that people don't depend on the government, and you shouldn't depend on the government. The government has a fundamental responsibility within the society to redistribute our wealth, and that responsibility affects all of us. Those at the top of our society in terms of economic earning, they are more connected than the CPEP man, than the corporation man, to the money that flows from our soil. that goes into our government's pockets, well, the treasury, so to speak, and then comes out. They're the ones renting buildings. They're the ones with the big contracts. Who get in the creme de la creme, and who's saying to them, don't depend on the government. But you saying to the man who doing a fundamental role, ensuring that Trinidad and Tobago is maintained, ensuring that the garbage is picked up, ensuring, and they need to do more, that the roads are fixed, ensuring that people can get their services in the hospital, etc., the plight of the doctors and the nurses, etc. And you saying to them, don't depend on the government. You saying to a small contractor who with very little in tough communities have to go and work and fix infrastructure. You saying to them to depend on the government. You saying to the public servants, thousands of public servants who WASA, TNTech, who keep the lights on and the water running, who go into communities that are impoverished and ignorant to some extent, so it have elements of individuals who are violent and negative, who go and it have a WASA police and a TNTech police to protect them sometimes, because while they fixing something or down in a hole, something could happen to them. You saying to them, don't depend and don't look towards government to make their lives better, not even better, but to keep it on par by increasing their pay in proportion with inflation? What are we really saying? Do we really understand? Do we really hate ourselves so much and love them so much? You have to love yourself first to really understand this concept and love somebody else, you know. Or else people will take advantage of you. Love all yourself, Trinidad and Tobago. So we go to the break and we'll come back.
This road march is being brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
Touch up on this one day with the one name good day. Yeah. I read up to make you feel so alive, yeah. Hate you in your soul. It's a no way you can deny it. Remember we all. I am but I sleep and play it. I love when it does I roll it. Bad man them knocking something. Hearing all them pick me shorted. Look auntie what dance till morning. She tell me she feeling something. And she can't explain it. Calling with name. It calling with name. The rhythm calling with name. Dancing on a rain. Dancing on a rain, boy. Dancing on a rain. You feel no pain when you hear the rhythm, bamba dam. It calling, rhythm, bamba dam. It calling, rhythm, bamba dam. It calling, so mix her and answer. Rhythm, bamba dam. It calling, rhythm, bamba dam. It calling, rhythm, bamba dam. It calling, make sure and answer. Tell them we don't need to see doctor. These melodies feeling sweetest medicine. Now it's to find somebody to talk up. It go while you're falling like a diamond red. You know it's we time again. Any federal lime is like we hold. I am but I sleep and play it. I love when it does I roll it. Bad man them knocking something. Hearing all them pick me shorted. Look auntie what dance till morning. She tell me she feeling something. And she can't explain it. Calling with
March was brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
Good morning to my brother Mikel Teja and all of the other entertainers across Trinidad and Tobago who bring it and bring that love and represent for Trinidad and Tobago for that red, white, and black. So many to mention, right? Beautiful music born out of, our spirit and the love and the rhythm that we have within us. Out of love. Che Guevara said to us that revolution is born out of love, and revolution is change, is about change, is about standing up, and it's about sacrifice to change what we see in front of us in terms of the negativity and the evil. Many men don't have the bravery to do that, and we have a history in the Caribbean of men and women with the bravery and selflessness to stand, and we need to reignite that spirit within us, that not petty and confused by divisions, but that grounded in that selflessness to challenge people and challenge the wrongs that we see within the society. And I try my best to lead by example, and I see some people sometimes speaking which things that they may not know, right? We try to live justice. I try to live justice. And yes, my people who work with me would know that the way I deal with them is on a level of respect and love, because that is what it is about. I don't think myself better than anybody. I'm not removed from the people, I don't go into the community, I live in the community, Yesterday I went to Pelican Extension, and is people and the people saying, boy, pressure and the opportunities we had before, we don't have it now. And the people on the ground feeling something and they're seeing something, and they're looking for another avenue. And we had to respect what people going through. Right? We had to respect what people going through in this society. Don't try to, cast aspersions because somebody bring a message or speaking out against those who sit down on their thrones in the society. We want them to do better. And I've always said, we must do better. And we must stand up and let them know we know our worth and we want you to do better. We must learn to negotiate as human beings. You want this position? What are you going to do for us? What it is that you're going to bring to the table? The questions that you ask me. I see a question about in my business, how I deal with people, etc. No problem at all. That's an important question, and to figure out if this individual is genuine and how they really, if they live in what they're talking. But we must ask our business people who are in politics, you must ask of them that same question. Don't ask me and then Mr. Young and Mr. Arawi and Mr. Imbert, business magnates. Them is not no small businessmen. You're not asking the same question of them. You're not asking the same question in terms of the conflicts of interest. You're not asking you know, what do you practice in terms of your business philosophy and the profits that you see? What are you driving back into Trinidad and Tobago, which you love? I know what I put back into Trinidad and Tobago. I know that every single opportunity I get to help and get blessings. I believe in something called blessings. We still know what that is, Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, man. We're God-fearing people. Every opportunity we get to achieve some blessings, we try to take it. We're not about piling up wealth. That's what we are about. But careful the people who you put your head on a block for. Careful that is not what drives them. And don't just ask it of me. Ask it of me. But ask it of them as well. Love yourself, Trinidad and Tobago. Wise up. Alright, so never enough time. We'll be back next week. God spare life. Take care.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
Are you ready for a musical journey? I love Choka! Retro on Saturday, 15th February, Center of Excellence Car Park. Come here, the biggest artists from then to now. Featuring Viking Ding Dong, Young Brother, Trooper T, Lady Lava, RG Band, Brave the Band, Eddie Charles with Traffic, Savita Singh, Shiv Shakti Dance Company, Joshua Rebrello, Iowa George, Big Rich, Vicky Jai, Sunil Ramsundar, Divanan Gatu, Rauti Ramru, Asta Salim, Super Blue, and many more. Tickets only $200. VIP all-inclusive $500. Get them at all Extra Foods outlets, Ramsing's, Factory, Heartland Plaza. Online at islandetickets.com. Bring your coolers. For more info, call 498-16